Good evening, everybody. So, we won 2 out of 3 games. We're second in the league. We can probably call somebody of the league officials now and tell them to stop the league. We want to go into the playoffs. But given that this is not American politics, we probably need to see this through until the last point is counted. So let's try this. And maybe let's have a look at results. There's no recommended players to be found. Oh yeah, there's probably a single game scouting. That could do with a good scouting report, by the way. So Speedy Boy apparently was rather speedy. 2 assists, 1 goal. Great performance. Let's have a look into this. Mr. Jonathan Bankson. He played the entire game. Tillander will not be missed, at least not for this game. Yeah. 2 assists, 3 chances created, 4 key passes, overall really good passing. 2. He's got passing 10. This guy's a beast. It's only the mentals that are missing. He's starting to feel like he deserves a new contract. Great. He's like 5 minutes in the club and wants a new contract already. Welcome back, Mickey Billion. And seriously, yeah, well, classic Speedy Boy in his first game for the club that he played for 90 minutes, I think. I will need to look into it though. He's already in perfect morale, so. Yeah, okay, so he played against Vasalunds. He came on as a substitute. So this was the first game for the club that he started, other than the friendly crap here. Yeah, good debut, I guess, in the starting 11. We can be happy with that. By the way, I hope you had a good week, and welcome, and hopefully you have a nice weekend. So, this is a bit out of time for me, but I hope it works for you. Yeah. 3 games. 2 wins. 1 draw against Vasalunds, which was highly unlucky. We should be at 9 points now. That happens. I'm a broadcast streamer on the internet, so I guess my week was without much work. I spent a certain time of the day trying to drill a hole into the wall. We need 12 holes in the walls, and for curtains here in the apartment, and that's probably most of what happened to me. So yeah, not very interesting, and my drill is not capable of penetrating that stuff, at least not well. So now I have I don't know how it's called in English, probably also a tennis arm, I'm not sure. Like I will not be able to lift the drill tomorrow, let's put it that way. Yeah. So that's my day, and the rest of the week, well, was calm, mostly, I'd say. So I guess I try to discover how it is, how to not have responsibilities until they come back in approximately 2 weeks. So far I'm happy with it. Actually, I guess I could spend more of my life like this, but doesn't pay the bills. And at some point, it probably gets boring at some point. On the other hand, I mean, we're at episode 61, I think, of this stream. So apparently, I can entertain myself to some degree. So who knows? All right. Trushinsky was snapped up by somebody else. That's a bummer, I guess. He's an interesting guy. For how long though? Till 2028. Okay, so this overall this is an interesting signing, but he wanted to be fringe player on too much of a contract, and this is why we didn't sign him. We could use him with an improvement in left back position. On the other hand, that would imply that Dirk doesn't get any playing time, or Alp. So I'm not too worried about Alp, but Dirk needs the playing time in case he wants to develop. Yeah. And for this guy, we have offered a contract to him. Yeah, sure. So he's unambitious, but in the case of a, well, either box to box or something playmaker like, I guess. Let's go with RPM just for fun. He looks like he has a decent sample of attributes overall, and especially good teamwork, good work rate. I looked it up. Even though he's unambitious, he is, what is it? Yeah, he's level-headed, but still he might come with a decent amount of professionalism, and probably has good loyalty. So for 6 or 5 euros a week, I think we offered him a contract, a youth contract. This is probably not a bad signing, but we're just trying to build for the future and to make some money along the way. And Mika Billion, by any chance, do you have any idea how to deal with the double scouting reports here? Because now we get 2 scouting reports of Lunds BK, because I instructed one person to do the scouting there, but the other stuff is not part of the scouting assignments. I explicitly told John Beck to do it. Nieberg doesn't have the instruction anymore. Doesn't care. He does it anyway. So now we have 2 scouting reports every single time. That's rather annoying. Yeah. Because John Beck is definitely the better one of the 2. Tactical knowledge 2 on Nieberg is not exactly... Okay, yeah. Well, we probably need to fire that scout and rehire him to get rid of that stuff. What we can do though is we can maybe edit this one and assign it to the other scout, John Beck. Yeah. And all of a sudden Nieberg scouts the next opposition. And John Beck, I don't know yet. Hopefully he doesn't do both now. So I guess that resolves it. This is really weird. Yeah, anyway. I also found out today that the time zone of Sweden and Germany are identical. In all honesty, I didn't know that. It makes sense, but I don't know. It wasn't on the top of my head. And I read up on optimal streaming times and stuff. It's really confusing. Especially as the United States has like 3 time zones. Yeah, I know. So this certainly explains let's say the amount of English watchers of the channel. I had a look into I wouldn't say I had a look into demographics, that's too much, but I had a rough look into statistics at this point. We're at 48 followers now, and I recently got asked how long it will take until we reach the 50, and but in all honesty, the 50 are not a problem. The 50 followers are not the thing. The thing is that there are, for affiliate status, and I think this comes with channel points and all that stuff, I think the free average watchers is much harder to get, at least for me. Yeah, that might be true. I'm not so sure. So this is an experiment to a degree, I guess, because well, not only for one day, obviously. So single slot one day doesn't help much. But my thought process was as follows: I will need to work in April, So let's say I come home 2 or 3 times a week and do 2 or 3 hours of streaming. That's probably alright. I enjoy doing Football Manager anyway, and yeah, hopefully I will still have the energy to do it after work, but we'll see. I cannot promise anything. But on the other hand, I thought it's the same for most people in Europe, so that does not have to be bad. Yes, we'll sign this guy. So other people have free time in the evening too. Maybe somebody wants to watch. That's alright. So this affects basically everyone in our time zone or around it. And then on the other hand, apparently optimal streaming times for US market are, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of the day. Ah, okay. I guess welcome back, Hayden, even if he can't hear me. I'm not one to type and talk at the same time. But yeah. So talking demographies and of the viewer base. Yeah. I thought maybe let's try, and if in the evening after work is a better slot for the ones that follow right now, I don't know. That's better, I guess. I really enjoy the conversation part about streaming. So, okay, next game. I don't even know who we play. I think Luleo or something. Lunds. I think we play Lunds. So the match against Carlsons was entirely surprising. In case you've seen it, we absolutely dominated them. We conceded that one goal in the end, but yeah, we were well in control of the game, and they have a way better squad than we do. So Oliver's one is not a great style fit. Why? What the hell? Oliver's one does great so far. I'm happy with him. So Casper Burnson apparently had great training performances. Well, great is something else. Wow, that's a press conference exactly as I expected. So yeah, anyway, for this stream, now that some people are here, we will probably go through Lunds and through Täby, and maybe Luleå. I'm not sure, but I want to take it one game at a time, and we'll see how far we can go. Some food thing. To each his own, I guess. I already had food. So the thing with Lunds is, I think they are always a dangerous opponent. They are at 4 points right now, and well, I guess it's a home game. So given that it's a home game, we're gonna try to dominate that. But the next game afterwards is against Täby, and you've seen the league. Yeah, welcome back to reality. Täby is on top again, or close to the top. And there's the usual guys around here already. Dalkurd, Luleå, there's Lunds down here. Haninge is more of a surprise. Karlstad is also somewhat a surprise. But it looks like I expected. In fact, I'm more confused by Karlssons and Vasalunds being down here. But I guess we contributed to both. So especially Vasalunds is really... I don't know. They have a squad full of youth players this season. I don't know what happened to them. They sold everyone with any quality in the squad, and just signed a lot of players that are fast and can dribble. Like seriously, everyone there is fast and can dribble, and nothing else. Oh, and I found a goalkeeper for us. I think this guy would be a good fit for the squad. The kicking's shit, but the rest of it is totally fine, and he's 22. And if I compare him with Zetterberg, it's basically a wash. So, considering that and the fact that he's really cheap, I think we can sign him. Zetterberg will play the majority of the games, but Theo Eriksson can grow into his role, and that's a better fit than, well, probably. It's a better fit than Westberg, because Westberg with his lack of aerial reach is, I don't know, it's concerning to me in the end. I think it's better to have somebody that is no good at kicking and needs to throw the ball. Who cares? He can always throw the ball. This is fine. So he can come in and Westberg can go for loan or for free. And given that Westberg is on a really cheap contract too, I don't care too much. Also means that the U18 player can go back to the U19 and play there or go out on loan or whatever. We'll find a spot for him eventually. I think he also is perfectly fine with being backup. Is that true? Yeah. He wants to be backup too. Apparently the goalkeepers all want to be backup. I don't know why. And I also thought to myself, so this guy, he avoids using the weaker foot. Yeah, doesn't matter for a goalkeeper. And he uses long throws to start counterattacks. So his throwing's good, his strength is decent, his vision is decent. So one could argue with better throwing, he can do even better with this trait. His kicking is crap. He would train anyway. Well, that makes it rather easy for us, right? So it's long distribution, what we're going for, and he can throw the ball all day. So there's that. Yeah, and if he kicks it, well, okay. He needs to learn this. But that's the concept here. Now, Zetterberg didn't do too well in the recent games. We have 6-6, 6-8, 6-7. And as you can see here, we conceded 4 goals in 3 matches. It's still too much. Below 1 is fine. Above 1 is not okay. So this is the goal for this season. Well, I don't know. I just made it up. But it would be fine if we conceded less. And we're already at the match against Lunds. This went down fast, I guess. So, given the last match's performance, it's not like I need to substitute anyone, but there's some people here that will be tired. And given to me this is still new with the hard icons. I still fondly remember the time when we had percentages here, but given this, I need to look through all of them. So, for example, Ytterhogdals is in excellent condition, but he's tired, so I don't want him to play from the start. Same with Boltegård Blom. Even though he can. If it says he's tired, he will not play. Oliver Swan is match fit. How's Lowe doing? Where is he? Anyway. Is there a reason to bring Lowe back? Nathan Lowe, 6.7 rating, not really. But Oliver Swan, yeah. So apparently Lowe will sit this one out, but probably play the next one. How's Hellberg doing? Lacking match sharpness. Overall, I think his training is really good though. Yeah, it is. And his recent form isn't that impressive. Well, this hobby friendly doesn't matter anyway. So I guess we can rotate him with Nila Forsell. Where's Forsell? Nila? Here he is. Yeah, well, I think Nila Fossel should play as the senior member in the squad, and Helberg can have a spot on the bench. In case there's any left, probably the one of Ostrom. Oh, there we go. Speedy Boy had such a wonderful game, it would be really sad not to play him. He's match fit. Wonderful. Problem is he's got high suspiciability to injury. So we will need to rotate him off at some point. Then we've got Dylan Morgan, who's match fit. There's a high risk of injury though, due to the match load. I think we should deal with that. We have enough players in this position, so somebody else can play. And then we have Wolsund. Wolsund can definitely play. So who's a candidate here? Liljedal? He lacks match sharpness a little bit. Overall, he would be the next best choice. Is there a reason to play Puget all of a sudden, or even Skillermo? Skillermo's training isn't good enough, so definitely not. And Antoine Puget. 6.65. There's a reason he's on the bench, but that's all there is to say to it. So we need Ekman apparently. Malte Ekman. He can come in here. Is there someone else? Hageda was tired. Oh, a few players are on the bench. So, Sinedin Smilovic, I think it was. He trains really well. Hopefully we can improve his heading a little bit and the rest along the way. But he looks like he's a great capture already. Hopefully that I remain of that opinion, I guess. Burnson did train on a decent level. It's okay. For him though, I think starting to develop his weaker foot could be an idea. If we want to give him more flexibility, that is. His training workload is heavy already. So let's reduce this. But start developing the weaker foot. Apparently that doesn't influence the training workload. So maybe this is just something that determines if he spends experience there. And I think it's worthwhile to spend experience there in his case. Because he can play both positions here. And I want him to be strong on the left foot. So he can play a typical wing back there. And then we've got Mr. Boltegård Blom. Or as an alternative, Mr. Hellström. Now, Adam Hellström should be fine. Yeah. He's not in good morale though. I think we had a conversation with him that didn't go too well about his bad performance here. Yeah, he told us his tackling was spot on, but... So this is a bit concerning to me, the morale overall. And then we already realized that one of the players wants a new contract. It's only Speedy Boy though. So I guess we can do that, right? He wants a new contract. He's got an extension clause and so on. Let's try to enter negotiations immediately. I guess Breakthrough Prospect is okay. That's... So money-wise this is totally fine. I will keep this, remove the entire rest. He can have the 15 euros and I will not include these clauses, but I will include this clause, and he will not have, probably not have the contract extension clause, but let's go with the relegation wage drop. Something like this? Yeah, sure. Okay, so these clauses need to be removed later on, and he will insist on some of these. But this is all, to a degree, this is all fine. We can keep this on, right? That's decent, and now we can remove some of this stuff. I don't think he'll insist on any of these. The appearance fee, maybe. Or not. Or not. So this is also useless. Yes, it is. Okay. Will he have an optional extension by the club, maybe? No. He will not. But so we his wage is 2.5 what it was previously, but it's still a steal. That's alright. And we get his concentration back on the pitch at this point, which is important to me. Marcus Wolfson now is match fit. Finally, I might add. Yeah. Here we need a central defender. So it's either Boldegard Blom or Hagedal. Both are tired. Boldegard Blom trained a little better, I think. No, Hagedal did. And then there's Jake Rigby, who's really slow and just here for the personality. But to be perfectly honest, why not give him some time on the pitch? I mean, we're trying to play the youth sometimes anyway, and to have some time on the pitch might help. Now, with the pace of 2, he will never develop into something useful in this squad. That said, with that personality, why not? And we are expected to play English guys from time to time, so... By the way, how does this look? Is there... They are very pleased. I guess this is the maximum. There is no excited, is there? Like playing 15 English guys every game? Which wouldn't work, by the way, due to homegrown rules, but... Yeah, it's not a problem with the homegrown players, though. Okay. I think we've got one for most positions. We leave out Low as well as Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. Is Morgan on the bench? Morgan's not on the bench. Where is he? There, Dylan Morgan. So, Dylan Morgan as well as Nathan Lowe are both out of the squad, but will play next game probably. Fixture list. So we know that we will play Täby next game. Might as well scout them. And cultural football along the way. Wow, great. So they play a 4-4-2. Did we have a tactical analysis of this? We probably did. We had 2, I remember. We had 2. And I got really excited about it. Come on. There it is. They play a park the bus style. Okay, in a 4-4-2. Which implies that, well, this is a poacher. We can already see that. Sure. He's a poacher. And then we have Mr. Kamp, who's also more of a poacher, I guess. Pressing forward, apparently. Yeah, but that should imply that we are well in control of the game most of the time. Sure. This implies to me that we are in control of the game most of the time. There is no need to overlap here. This doesn't make sense. And opposition instruction wise, so the licht can definitely be shown to the other foot. Same as him. He's a midfielder, by the way. Passing 14 is really dangerous. He has no off the ball movement to speak of. Is Oliver Swan the right person to manhug him? No, he is not. So we will try to tight mark this guy. It's the same with this one. Yeah, So there will be tight marking in midfield for both of these. But Samuel Svensson, this is something even Oliver Swan might be able to do. Because jumping reach 5 and strength 6. How's he doing? Jumping reach 6 and strength 7. So Oliver Swan is stronger by 1 point. What a time to be alive. I will switch these two again to have Oliver Swan on the left as a Metzala, same as always, and Forsell as a box-to-box midfielder here. And we will probably do that going forward from time to time. Now Oliver Swan is a good dribbler and he can shoot more often. Nah, probably not. He only has a good finish. But overall I'm happy with this. He probably shouldn't cross the ball though. Yeah, no crossing for Oliver Swan. It is here. No crossing for Oliver Swan. And now we need to get back into our position instructions. So Svensson is on the left. Or on the right. This means that Oliver Swan needs to do Svensson. I want him to mark Svensson. Which means Nila Forsell can mark the other guy. Tyson Rukonen Afshari, I think. And for Forsell, less dribbling, less shooting. And less crossing. Basically, play as dumb as you can. And don't make any mistakes. Nila Forsell is totally fine as a passing station. That's okay. We have creativity in other spaces of the pitch, I guess. Now, there's not that much good shooting from distance this time. But hopefully we'll find the net another way. Is there a need to go for the underlap? Probably not. Mr. Ali runs down right. And then we have a lot of not that important personnel. That is more or less incapable of using one half of their feet. And we have Mr. Otto Lindell. So is one of them a really bad passer though? Passing 7, not really. 7. Is this also 7? Yeah, it was marking, that's a 6. For a central defender, this is weird. So, and this is this a striker? Albin Linear. That's a striker. On the left defensive side. What are they doing? So, I guess we should focus play down the left. Well, there's 2 players on attack duty there anyway. So, let's see how it turns out. But, bold guess here, we probably have some performance going on the left, in both directions. Apparently somebody gets a squad number. Yeah, Rigby gets. So Rigby can be, I don't know, number 50. Number 61, just like the episode number. There we go, Mr. Rigby. And now we will go to the match. They don't agree with today's team sheet. Why not? Who's Eriksson? Is this the new keeper? Yeah, I might have forgotten to put him on the pitch. Okay, there's a lot of players that are motivated already. This is a home game. I want a win. That's how we will do this. I want a win. And then... Is this the time we increase the pressure even more? Probably not. in between motivated and being inspired, I guess this is good enough. Let's kick it off and see how we do. With Mr. De Licht and Ramani. We know, well, some of these players at least. Long wall, Hellström. Routine defending so far. Speedy Boy with the first free kick of the game. Smailovic. Just over. It looks like they followed instructions, so that's good. Ali. Define Licht. Linear. Forsell. Well intercepted here. And that shouldn't be a problem for Zetterberg. With Westberg I would have been concerned, but this time with Zetterberg it's probably okay. Well done. Short ball for Ekman and then for Forsell, who goes with a long ball for some reason. You can already see here that basically we push up really high, or we push him back, and the two strikers are left on their own here. So if we can use the wingbacks too, which have a lot of space here. Oh, nice effort. It was a nice try. But on the other hand, we're really vulnerable on the counter here, because they are damn fast. Camp, just over. Can we go with a bit, I don't know, slower passing is probably not the way to go here. Is this offside? It is offside. Ytterhogdals. Smailovic. So close. We need that first goal to be able to drop back and let them work for it. Hellström. Another one of these. Svensson. That should be easy to intercept. It is. Ytterhogdals. He's not the fastest winger. Wolsund. The rest of the squad is... Oh, it was the wrong passing option. Dirk. Decent defending, even though he lost the ball immediately. Cavander. Hellström. Oliver Swan lost his man. Sandström. Ekbe. Come on. Close him down. Ekbe. That's not offside. Yeah. These guys are dangerous. Famous last words, I guess. Speedy boy. Speedy. Dirk. Ekman. Forsell. Oliver Swan. Tries a finish. Forsell. Ekman. Does this count? Is this offside? Or is it a wonderful play? Apparently it's a wonderful play. Let's have a look again. Forsell. That's Ekman. Yeah, it's not offside. Maybe we can get a repetition though. No, it's not even yeah. It's a nice header, but this header was enabled by good off the ball movement. It's not really that not like he did this with sheer physical strength. This is a well-rounded player, and you can see it. He loses the headers against the central defenders, but a similar argument can be made about the way he scores in this situation. He loses his defender prior to taking the header. So in that sense, he's better than Ytterhogdals Holmström, but on the other hand, he's worse, strength-wise. Nice cross. Wolfson is not the one to go for these. This counts as a finish, I guess, by Ekman, a header. So now we can say we are well in control of the game. We just need to be cautious not to lose the ball too much. But it doesn't look like they risk it so far. Liljedahl. Ekman. Another finish by Ekman. And given these chances now, there were like 15 minutes in between, if I'm not mistaken. Where, yeah, could be. There's like 15 minutes in between. The only chance that was taken was the long shot by Malte Ekman, and that's it. And now the next is a set piece for ours. So that implies that we played for some time. Didn't create any chances, but neither did they. I hope we can keep it that way. There's a long ball, well intercepted. Same as this, Linner, Smilovic. Speedy Boy doesn't win headers. Oh, Sederberg. It's offside. The feelings. The feelings. Look at it. Yes, it's offside. I don't know if this is according to the rule set. I don't think so. This is a football manager thing, right? This is not according to the rule set. It came straight from the keeper. This should have counted. That's a bug. So, yeah. Remind me of it. Sederberg goes off. Not in this game, but Sederberg doesn't start the next game. I've had enough of his mistakes. We'll bring the young guy in. That we just signed. Liljedahl. Speedy Boy. Oh. That chocolate is really good. Should get rid of it. I'll eat the entire thing otherwise. Svensson. Oh, come on. Why? This is Ytterhogdals IK in a nutshell. Given away useless penalties. And of course Sederberg doesn't catch it. Oh. Well, there we have it. We conceded a goal. Again. Like every single damn game. Now we can climb that stuff again. Dude. Where is it? Demand more. Apparently some of the players like that. Yeah, no. This will not do. Not for a home game. There's no yellow card so far. Let's demand something of them. Let's give them some pressure. I don't do that enough, often enough anyway. I'm too friendly. In real life as well. Let's demand a performance. Like the one of Dirk here. Good one. Liljedahl. Back to Dirk. Oh. Well, they start with a good chance. into the second half. Forsell apparently is not so happy with the feedback. Ytterhogdals. Nothing. Forsell, that might be offside. Yes, it is. Well done by Ytterhogdals. Nice creative pass. Ah, that's offside. This will be a long shot. And it was. And there's Speedy Boy with a foul. Lindo, long ball. Can we intercept it? Smilovic. Another long ball. Again, Smilovic, Hellström. Wolfson usually will not win these headers. Oliver Swan, Wolfson, Malte Ekman. So, and this is the way they are instructed to play. Usually, Ytterhogdals runs for the ball. Can he get a cross in? Yes. Wolfson. For such a good finisher, he's definitely wasteful. Speedy Boy. Dirk. Loses the ball though. Well, it was a nice effort and now he's missing in the back. Definitely. Ali. Oliver Swan wins the ball. Boltzund. He was all on his own though. Oh, Anderson. Oh, Anderson. Well done. Where's Smilovic there to defend this? Ytterhogdals. Finds Dirk. Ytterhogdals again. Cuts inside. Cuts inside. Nice pass. Wolfsund. Wolfsund the second. The third. They're trying. Speedy Boy. On the wrong wing. So close. So close. 13-4 shots. We're well in control of the game again. Ytterhogdals. That will end up to be a corner. And we like corners. So that's okay. Speedy. Hellström. Another one. 56 minutes into the game. Any suggestions for substitutes? Probably to pop up the tablet here. So we've got Coleman on the bench. I don't think he's a viable replacement for Sederberg. Isn't needed. Mr. Bernson. Probably for Anderson in this situation. Might be an idea. Rigby, but only once one of the central defenders is exhausted. Hellberg for Forsell. Puget for Ytterhogdals is not a viable replacement here. I don't know. Probably pull Speedy Boy at some point. Tillander can't play in this situation, and there's no reason to get Wolfsund off the pitch. But the closest thing of something we could do is probably bring Tillander on. Speedy Boy doesn't have a good game, and Tillander is nearly as fast as him. Another one. So in case Speedy gets really tired or doesn't contribute more in the next few minutes, let's demand more here. Another corner. I mean, I guess we can play like this all day. One will go in at some point. Or over, that is. Or over. Woldsund. For sell, oh, that might be offside. Now it's not offside. Dirk is way up front here. Swan, come on, use your finish. Apparently Forsell doesn't like to be challenged, by the way. That's something I noticed today. Speedy boy. Not a good one. Okay, let's look into this, and afterwards we will go with substitutions. Yeah, we give away a header to Ali. So we have 25 minutes to go. I think given the frustration of Nilla Forsell, he can come off. If he doesn't want to, he can come off, and hopefully Hellberg can man mark the other guy too. Problem with Hellberg is he's really weak, if I'm not mistaken. On the other hand, these midfielders look exhausted at this point, so it might be fine. Then Speedy Boy doesn't have a good game. He's composed, playing okay apparently, but I think Tillander can bring something to the table here. And Berntsson for Andersson is probably also a good idea, even though Andersson is motivated. So let's give him another 5 minutes. We've got 3 stoppages after all. And I want them to score the winning goals. Yeah, the goal. Go out there. Do something. Somebody like Tillander can always score. It's at this point that he's no longer the, I guess, the secondary goal scorer of the squad. Because all of a sudden people like Oliver Swan, Lowe, Morgan are around, who are also good goal scorers, but for an entire season. August Tillander was the only option other than Ian Alholmström. It's not Ian, it's Isak. But anyway, Anderson, Ekman, Tillander. There it is. Already going for a goal. Now we just need to slot it in. Liljedahl with a corner. Nice one, Hellström. Liljedahl. Jonathan Liljedahl, I think. Liljedahl, Hellström, and he loses the ball. As a central defender in this position, you cannot lose the ball. That's how it is. You can't. That's a bit better. Alright. So Andersson, while still being motivated, I've had enough of this. Berntsson can come on. Hopefully he can make it work. And then we have Rigby on the bench, who's not really needed here. Puget on the bench, who is not really needed, and Fransson, who's not really needed. We can substitute him in 5 to 10 minutes for the last quarter of an hour. He's motivated. And I think he can make an impact, by the way. So if I look at this, this looks like we should play through the middle, apparently. But they do that anyway, if I'm not mistaken. And so they are rather tired overall, I guess. Woldsson doesn't run for it, though. Liljedahl's on a yellow now. Okay, I'll make the last 2 substitutes. So Woldsson had a decent game, but he's tired to a degree. And I could bring on the youngster, but really I think Liljedahl on the yellow card should go off. So this introduces 2 really fast players. Like, Puget is not that fast, but Fransson is seriously fast. I think 14-14 if I'm not mistaken. Food. Who needs food anyway when they can have football? Fantasy football at that. Sure. Have a good one. Woldsund, Tillander. No, August, why? Glendale. Ibrahim Begovic is on the pitch. I have a certain disdain for this name. Ibrahim Begovic. He was dangerous the last times we met him. Dirk. Wonderful. Puget. Still fresh. No. Passing. Ekman, Swan, Hillberg. No shot. Burnson. Burnson. And another corner. Let's encourage the team. Hopefully it works. Come on, guys. Apparently it does. Tillander takes his time. Oh. I thought it was a penalty. It wasn't. It wasn't. We win that duel against Ibrahim Begovic, so we can pass into space here, I think. At least I hope so. Because they are all really tired. And if I look at their profiles overall, they are not the fastest ones anyway. So the hope is that they are unconcentrated and that we can pass into space and create something out of it. Because Friendson, something like this, yes. Oh. I cannot believe it. Something like this. 20 to 5 shots and now we face a free kick by Ali. Sederberg's got it. The distribution seems fine. Swan here, Hellberg here, Dirk in the back, yeah, that's okay. Well defended so far. Friendson. Friendson manages to win the ball. And then not a chance created apparently. Another throw. Dirk, Tillander. Tillander with a cross. I would have preferred an own goal. Come on guys, 4 minutes to go. I wouldn't want to overload, but Ekman, Hellberg, Burnson. That's in. Does it count? Or is it offside? It counts. It counts. 4 minutes until the end of the game. Burnson, yeah, it counts. Clearly no offside. And that was, well, if not for the keeper, he probably would have shot straight over the goal. But luckily the keeper decided to get his hand on it and then it went straight in. So there was a decent amount of luck to this. Tillander. Also, the substitute scored, so that's okay. That brings us right to the top of the table. Dirk. Hellberg. Good ball. Smilovic dribbles with the ball. Central defender at its finest. And we get another corner. We get another corner. Can we do some more? Some of these are pressured. Yeah, apparently I'm too ambitious all of a sudden. Tillander. Look at this setup. This is rather dangerous in this situation. Hopefully we can keep the ball within the own rows. Tillander. Same. Let's waste more time. 4 minutes to go. I don't care. Let's waste more time. It doesn't have to be pretty. We're at home. 10% of the village population is in the stadium. So 25 people, maybe more. Probably more, if I look at this. Tillander, Smilovic, free, make it free. We have it. That's it. 4th game, 3rd win. I'm really proud of them. Especially considering that the two star signings don't look that great so far. But the other ones, including Oliver Swan, really. He came back into the club and works immediately. Ibrahim Begovic, Lucas. Don't give him space. Smilovic with a one-man show. And a penetrating pass for Puget. Wow. Just wow. Puget. Friends-on. 4. Make it 4. We score on the counter. This is the first time I see a counter-attack with this club. Look at this, but really this is the second goal of Smilovic to a degree. I thought Franson wouldn't be able to tap it in, but it was a really, really bad finish. But the keeper didn't manage to get fingers on it. That's it. This is great, and also great for goal difference, by the way. So yeah, ignore set pieces. We will not have meaningful set pieces in the remaining 2 minutes, but what we will have is wasting time and parking the bus. Franson, Hellberg, Tillander, Burnson. Yeah, great. Also, now we have the arguments on our side, because Mika Billion went for food, and not seeing this, well, this is what happens if you eat. He should go for food more often, I guess. But, well, 4 goals. Who could have seen that coming? Franson. That's it. This might have profited a little bit from the pass into space instruction. Look at this. 3 goals within 10 or 15 minutes. Wow. We made him suffer. Especially the counter. So Liljedahl went off because he wasn't good enough. That's great. And Smilovic showed what he can do. The rest of them, Speedy Boy went off because he wasn't good. And same goes for Anderson. And then I guess we have it. I don't want to criticize Forsell too much. Apparently he doesn't like pressure. In fact, I should have a look into this. Yeah, he dreads playing big matches. He doesn't like pressure. So Nila Forsell is someone to touch with the cotton balls or something. Top of the league. Stop the count. Wow. I probably need a break now. Nah, seriously. I'm really happy. Yes, I'm excited. That 2 times tackle with the dribble afterwards and a nice opening ball for Puget. What a performance of a central defender. Pushing into midfield like that, losing the ball immediately, going for a second tackle, running with the ball for 5 or 10 meters, and then finding Puget with the splitting ball, who just overran the opposition defense, and then it was an easy one for Franson. Well, it should have been an easy one. His finish was really bad, but it still ended up in the back of the net. What a wonderful performance. He will not be back up. So, we had a lot of possession today. This was also enabled by the opposition though. I think overall we need, well, we need more possession. Doesn't sound like me, but we can use more possession. So, that's good. We've got this. And at this point in time, possession-based football is totally fine with me. That one goal is not in any way representative of what his best action in the game was. Forget about that goal with the header. That stuff happens to a central defender. But that creative display in midfield at the end for the counter. To be that well in the game after 90 something minutes, and then to find that defense splitting pass just where it needed to go. This guy looks good too. He's on a decent contract there. And now we need to keep the top. That's exactly what I said. So we need to keep the top spot against nobody else than Täby. An away game against Täby. Yeah, not a problem. At least Jorgi doesn't play for them anymore. He's with PTO now, which are also in our league. So, but we won this one. And we play Täby in 2 days, so there's no recovery to be had here. Absolutely none. Are there enough players that can play? I think so. So we do not need to slot in a recovery session. We will try to rotate heavily and hope for the best. If Täby take a top spot from us, so be it. Also, considering we are going not to get relegated into this season, 25 points to go, and with that kind of a start, morale should be rather good, I guess. So we can actually allow ourselves the overall training from time to time. So I'm willing to keep it like this. Defensive shape and overall training. And we will try to slot in as much overall training as we can, because the development throughout the last seasons was so bad. Just because we needed to hold the league every single time. Or we needed to push for promotion every single time. We need to develop the players at some point. If we can do that, promotion will fall into wherever. Into the lab. Into our lab it is. Promotion will fall into our lap at some point if the players develop. So let's do this in a considerate manner. Okay. Feedback? Sure, let's go with feedback. Mr. Sederberg, you will be off this spot. I've had enough. You can start your coaching career at this point. Well, I'm happy to have you around, but this screams coaching career to me. So I will bind him to this club forever, and afterwards we will chain him to one of the goalposts or something, just to be a coach with us. I'm even willing to pay him money at that level. Seriously, this is 2.5-star coaching or even 3. In fact, I might want to look that up. Because I never looked into this. So let's see. For him as a goalkeeping coach, this needs a little bit of time, sorry. I also put in the other attributes just for fun, in case he wants to be a regular coach. But he's no good at the rest. But the goalkeeping attributes all on 10. This is something you do not get, usually. And then there's determination 12. Level of discipline is 7 and motivating 14. For a whopping total of 37. Yeah. So he's a 3-star coach for shot stopping and handling. So this means if we give him both duties, he can be a 2.5-star coach. I would like to sign him as a staff member in a heartbeat. But he improves because he plays. And if he improves even more, we will not be able to sign him. And he doesn't improve anymore as a player. In fact, he loses out. But yeah. Anyway, the performance. He did have good passing, but the expected goals against him was 1, and he's conceded 1. So I will criticize this, even though he might disagree. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. For example, sit on the bench, sir. Theo Eriksson, on the other hand, he's not familiar with the tactic just yet, though. And in 2 days this will be hard to get. But taking fewer risks is totally fine. I'm not sure. So he can roll it out for the start. Also, why is there no counter instruction here? We have fast players, we can counter. So maybe we need to give him some time to get accustomed to things. Also mentoring group. Because this guy... Where's the goalkeepers? Does anyone here have 2 strong feet? Definitely not. No. But the guy we just signed, he has one of the most important traits of a goalkeeper, at least to me. I want this on every single goalkeeper, and I want every single goalkeeper to have good throwing ability. And decision making and vision and so on. They need that for the trait to work, and Eriksson has it all, to a degree at least, so he can play. He was released by Örebro. He never... This is a magnificent capture, seriously. Look at this. He was with a Premier Division club most of the time, that went down into First Division Elite later on. I wouldn't say it's a wonder kid, but he's part of good youth development. I would need to look into Örebro in detail, or somebody would need to tell me. But I think they might have better youth development than we do, which is, well, probably not that risky of a guess. And now we're going against Täby. Of all opposition, Täby. Well, this makes for a fun game at least. If Täby wins, they are probably on top. Well, if Karlstad or Dalkurd don't. Karlstad football, 9 points. Also really dangerous. That said, this is one of these situations where I could probably do with some confidence, because this looks fine. Jonathan Jorgi, on the other hand, picked the perfect team to play in this league. Good job, man. Good job. You didn't want to score somebody that plays against rock bottom. Well, welcome to rock bottom. Täby. They try to control possession. This is an away game, by the way. I'm starting to think that it might be a good idea to go with the counter here. But the thing is, we are no good defending. I'd rather have this a mirror match of styles, probably. So controlling possession in both situations. They are really well on the attack though. They do really well. I mean, I don't know who's who, but my guess is it's the blue ones, Täby. How can anyone know? It was 1-0. Yeah, they won that game probably. So the blue ones are Täby. They were not well in control of the game, and they were lucky to get this over with. So that tells us that it's possible to outplay them. Target forward and pressing forward. Well, Brenner Torres is a dangerous man overall, but the finishing sucks. And Holton is more of the finisher. A tiny bit. Jumping reach 16. And no way we're gonna let this guy near the penalty area. No. We need to control possession in this match. And need to win the battle for possession. So we need, I don't know, 65% possession plus. There's a lot of scouting reports coming in. Okay. Let's try to look through these. Some of these guys might be quality, but I cannot find it out right now. I cannot offer trials in the middle of the season to a bunch of 22 to 25 years old, year olds. Marcus Anderson. Yeah, he's good. He's not great, but he's good. This is, well, concerning in some areas of the game, I'd say. And he's with a club, so. Paul Andreholm on. I don't know. So he speaks Swedish, this is great. He's very interested in a loan, that's also great. No interest in a transfer though. He's a realist. A realist. Does anybody know what realist is? I think they have not that much ambition, if I'm not mistaken. A realist. This is a new gen. 16 points determination is wonderful. And he is a realist. There it is. How's media handling? Media friendly only. So that's okay. This is a boring personality. Fine. So, due to the fact that media handling is only media friendly, realist tells us nothing. Other than his sportsmanship is really poor. And the rest of it, his temperament is great. Controversy is between 1 and 14. And ambition, loyalty, pressure, and professionalism can be all over the place. This is I wouldn't consider this a good personality. The sportsmanship 2-4 on the other hand, yeah. He probably plays on and doesn't care about the opponent. But I don't think this is a good personality. That said, he's moderately fast. That could do. So, John Helge Hogland Borsen, I guess. There's some flexibility to this guy for some reason. They played him all over the place, do they? Or did they? I mean, as a playmaker, I guess, but he's unambitious. And he's bound by contract, and this is all this is great and all, but not good enough. Smets. I cannot buy somebody called Smets from Smetby. That's like buying buying Nürnberger from FC Nürnberg here in Germany. I think he still plays there. I don't know his first name. Yeah, this guy. Still, I'm just talking names here. But thank you for telling me. This is the second word I can probably keep at this point. The other one is Matt Comer. So yeah, you also told me at one point the goalie. Okay, so this is well, blacksmith's village in that sense. In German this would be well, I guess village in German is Dorf. And well, if not blacksmith, well, blacksmith is Schmied. So in German, in German this is Schmiededorf, I guess, or Schmieddorf. I don't know. Yeah, Smetby. Okay, so I learned something today. Thank you very much, Mick. That's great. Anyway, there's also a player named Fabian Nürnberger with FC Nürnberg, with the first FCN. And, well, to pick a player of a team that has the same name, same last name as the team, or the similar name, you don't do that. Yeah, it is. And well, I guess. It's Schmied, which is spelled like this. Or is it without the E? Yeah, I mean both exist, but I think the blacksmith one is with IE, I guess. And what's the, is there a meaning to the S? Like, is this some sort of I don't know, some grammatical stuff? The S? Does this imply something? Like he's off the blacksmiths or something? Okay. So it might just be random stuff, right? Names do that stuff too. So in German, to get back to Fabian Nürnberger, I'll just open him up again. So to share this, in German, this implies that he is somebody that comes from Nuremberg. That's literally the meaning. He is somebody that well, you probably know that sentence. I am a Berliner. Well, the name of the city is Berlin, and Berliner that's the people that live there. Berliner. So Nürnberger is somebody that lives in Nuremberg. You don't pick these players off these clubs. You cannot do that. And he probably needs to have, due to the name, he needs 20 points of loyalty in game, I guess. It's not even about if he's a great player or not. You don't sell these players either. This is good marketing. You want somebody with that name in the club. And it's really nice to see that in Football Manager they retained him. So, yeah. I don't even know how he's doing in real life. I wouldn't have known that he's a defensive midfielder either. To be perfectly honest, I'm a bad Nürnberger, but he's good at it apparently. Well, anyway, okay, Smets. So you don't take Smets from Smetby. Otherwise, the village will lose its name. Also, I'm not sure if I want this guy. He's a poacher, so it doesn't fit our squad and tactic anyway. Gras voll. I guess Gras is same as the English grass, and maybe the German Gras. So there might be a similarity, but we don't need a keeper. Gräs. Alright, Gräs. I will learn Swedish, thanks to you, Mikabillion. Yeah. Yeah. Well, full is full. So the German voll is the same as full in English. But he's Norwegian apparently, together with Swedish. I don't know. Sometimes names have a random history. Let's not interpret every single one of them. And we have another keeper. I don't think we need a 27-year-old now. Adam Pedersen. Not interested, really. Tim from Aseman, not interested. We need a left back. This guy's driven. Victor Dahlin. But, yeah. I could have told you earlier that Victor Dahlin exists. Thank you very much for stating the obvious. I do not want Victor Dahlin. Is there a specific reason to it? No, other than he's too expensive. As a fullback, I don't think so, and as a central defender, this is concerning to me. Jumping reach 10 on a central defender will never do. Not for me. Well, okay, that's it might be different with me though. There's like I think the potential is like randomized in a 50-point interval or something, if I'm not mistaken. So he might be very different here. I think now I never play Premier League, so I don't and I never look into the editor. I don't even have it this year. I think I had the editor at some point, but I never used it. I just opened up a database at some point. I fixed something. I think that's the only like one time I used the editor to fix something in a database. And it was a minor edit, something with the cups not being enabled or something. But I think world class is something like 200 ability points. So to have variation in an interval of 50 is a lot, if I'm not mistaken. So there is some area, or area is the wrong word for it. There's just some level of error, I guess. The sigma is really high. No. But thanks for telling me anyway. Yeah. Similar to Hagedal probably. If we look, where is he? If we look into this. With that playing time, you'd expect him to make I don't know, develop, right? Especially due to the 7-something ratings. He was always decent. Always towering in defense. His training was mediocre throughout the entire time. And if I look at this doesn't look like he doesn't develop. But man, with these ratings, he didn't improve anticipation a bit. He just grew. That's all Hagedal ever did. He just grew taller. It's a wonder he's not 2 meters 5 at this point. Because that's all that happened to him. Yeah. So I suspect I know the feeling, or at least a similar feeling. He tries killer balls often. This is totally fine. We had a look at him earlier and realized that he has dribbling 3, so As a Metzala, he will not do, because he cannot dribble and cannot finish. And as a playmaker, well, for us this is Register. Register needs some dribbling, so he will not do. What am I laughing about? The name. Simon Johnson Bengtson. So we already have Speedy Boy. We already have somebody. Well, Speedy Boy's name is Jonathan Bengtson. So not confusable at all. Now we would have a Johnson Bengtson, and there's Bergson too. Where is he? It's Bergson. I already fucked it up. So we need to sign this guy just for the name. He's even playing. he even plays the same position. Also, he's a pacey boy. So from a club of Oliver Swan, by the way. This is Hoddinge. Yeah. I don't think he's that good though. But well, free kick taking is okay. He can go to the shortlist just for fun. And if he becomes available at the end of the season, he's 21 though. If he becomes available at the end of the season, we might think about signing him just to have Bengtson, Johnson Bengtson, and Berndson within one squad. And then we will tell the real Ytterhogdal how to play good football. You just need to sign players with the same name. So in case you shout something on the pitch, it's highly confusing to the opposition because nobody knows who you were talking to anyway. You also don't need to learn the names. Everyone will be called Bengtson. It's alright. Well, apparently somebody had a look at Hoddinge recently. I guess this is a decent player, sure. He's got some notable weaknesses though. And I don't like weaknesses at this point. He fits 2 focuses. Yeah. He also fits the medical department apparently. I don't, and this is probably above average only, but so this is a striker who runs with the ball down the right. I'm already interested. No. 24, prone to injury, go away. That looks much better, but he's really expensive. Yeah, that dribbling though. And that flair. No, with the lack of flair I can deal. Seriously. Like, there is no surprises with a wingback on attack duty that overlaps. Who cares if he doesn't have flair? He will just run past the last man, because, well, due to tactical instructions, and go for the cross every single time. He doesn't need flair for that. He can just cross it towards penalty area and hope for the best. And that's perfectly fine by me. I don't need him to play that great ball into one of the half spaces and so on and so forth. So the lack of flair I'm okay with. The dribbling though is really concerning. He would need to knock the ball past the opponent, and that's a trait everyone likes on a wing back, especially if they are not fast enough to get back there. So probably a hard pass. Hanninge again. Anton Nilsson. No, I don't want the ball-winning midfielder. But what I like about these, they have acceptable wage requirements. Seriously. This isn't bad. Dribbling off the ball movement, tackling, passing is missing. Let's compare with Alb and Dirk. So I think this is better than Dirk. Yeah, in defending it is better than Dirk. And is probably on the same level as Alp, if I'm not mistaken. More or less. Alp is a bit worse, but more or less. I do not think this is worth the offer. Now, if this were to be, for example, a model citizen or model professional resolute, something like this, I would go for it in a heartbeat. Even despite the 24 years. Hillimar. He's Rocket Boy probably, but that's it. Nor the rest of the attributes was not to the standard we needed. Yeah, that's it. So interesting players. That is though. There were some interesting appearances in there, and I want to look into expenditure just for a second. Last month's scouting costs were outrageous. Is this due to the 2 assignments? Because in that case, we should probably not scout on. On the other hand, we will win the cup anyway, who cares? We will get promoted. Right now it looks like we'll get promoted, so... yeah, sure. Scout on. At least we paid him for actual scouting, and not for going into a hotel and doing nothing, like with the last scout we had. So at least there's that. How you doing with hunting, by the way? That last scout, I really hate that bug. I should probably file a you know, some sort of list with the most annoying bugs in Football Manager at this point, or do a top 10 video. That's great to hear. Give us some details. You should do hunting in this save. We can do a save together at some point. I mean, it's the same time zone anyway, so why not? Tabby. I will drag you in front of a camera on the internet. Nice! Nice! Yeah, I think you told me about that. Or us, that is. The entire audience knows it. So, apparently one other person. But anyway. No, that's good. What did you do with the money, though? Spend it all on one player. The reasonable choice. I did one with my brother a while ago. So here goes greetings towards my brother. Well, both of them actually, but I only did it with one of my brothers. And he... how did he put it? After half a season, I think, well, half a year in Football Manager, he said that he imagined it being worse playing Football Manager. But these days, let's just say I shouldn't mention streaming and Football Manager if he's around, because he didn't really develop a love for football. Let's put it that way. Okay. He needs to do something else, like long throws. Long throws are always good. I gotta read this though. No. True. I get asked this a lot. I think I told you already. It's not for the love of football that I play Football Manager. It's the other way around. I realized that there's something to like about football due to playing Football Manager. Yeah, exactly. And if you like management related stuff, you like Football Manager to a degree. The other half is a role playing game to me. There's I would play the same if it was were with I don't know, spells and whatever character development and so on. I would do the exact same. There's a missed opportunity really. Like do Adventurers Guild raiding dungeons management simulation or something. I would play that in a heartbeat. Immediately. But well, it doesn't exist, this game, and if it does, I don't know about it. But you could argue that the usual role-playing game contains some sort of management anyway, because you have a squad composition and so on, right? So there is some management in every party role-playing game. And Football Manager is not that far off. It's entirely different from a certain perspective, but yeah, it's part of it. Well, I'm not that familiar with the way AI works. I will not try that, but we've got an expert in the follower base, somebody that trained AI to follow my the picture sound. Apparently, maybe we should summon him. Let's try. So, as he trained an AI to listen for this sound, this will be clipped, will it? Anyway, as he trained an AI to listen for this sound, he will turn up any minute now, I'm sure. No, it's bullshit. The entire thing. It was a joke, but well, not my joke though. It was his joke or hers. I don't know. Theirs, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to continue that joke. So in case that person turns up now, we've got a story on our hands. No, I just need to find out the name again, because I'm bad with names, and it was a fun person anyway, but I don't know who it was. I don't think it's one of the regulars just yet, not like you or Kumquat or I don't know Soul Popple. Those are the regulars at this point. Maybe Exploding Birthday Cake recently. There's other people too that are regulars to a degree. I miss Popple, by the way. He's been around for extended times, but he's back at work if I'm not mistaken. Who could do something like that? Work. Anyway. Alright. Well, apparently the summoning ritual was unsuccessful. Yeah, also kind of analytical. That's I guess that's what we form as some sort of community, if I can put it that way. It's a bit early to call it that, but like these people that don't take critique as a personal how do I put this, as a personal attack, right? Don't you think it's better to play this player like this? And then we talk about it for half an hour, and there's pros and cons to it, and you can have different opinions, and maybe some are right and some are wrong, but maybe it's something in between. But it's no offense intended. It's about the thing, not about who decided it. I will go with the wrong decision anyway. It's okay. It's alright to make errors, but we try to talk about things and I don't know, find a rationale for this or that. And I feel like this is the kind of people I guess I want to attract in my job too. And I like to have this in a team, for example. So it's kind of fun to see that well, you and the other guys fit that description to a degree. I really enjoy that. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me projecting what I feel I myself would like to be, and I'm no way like this. Maybe I'm just like all people, random all over the place, and doing decisions by heart and by stomach, and not with whatever's left in here. So apparently there has been a war of words. I cannot remember a war of words. Also, I cannot remember the managers usually. Tactical surprises. Yeah, the tactical surprises that we will try to dominate this game. I mean, we're leaders of the league. So as leaders of the league, obviously we want to win this, and we will dominate the game. This is our job now. We are... Okay, we are not Bayern Munich. I read, by the way, that Bayern Munich have been... they drew Manchester City in the Champions League. I don't follow that stuff too closely. But apparently that's a thing now. Yeah, so we will... let's get a win. With 4 eyes. This is how it works. Back to the game. Yeah, I think Bayern versus City. I'm not sure. I read something like this. So I just recalled it because first of all, you have to despise Bayern Munich if you live in Germany and were not born in Bavaria. That or you're brainless. And the other thing is there was a hardcore Manchester City fan around the stream some time ago. Whilst I personally am not exactly a fan of Manchester City and neither their manager or their style of football, or I don't know. I guess I prefer oil money in my investment brokerage account. But anyway, not in a football club. But yeah, that's why I remember it. So we need to talk to these. To all of them. That will take some time. I know you want to win, but let's talk to them. I'm really fun at parties, by the way. I can talk about math all day or something like this, so yeah. I can be the other way too. My girlfriend hates it. This is entirely true, 100% true. We will make an interview with her at some point, drag her with, I don't know, the face to the wall and a screen behind it to anonymize her, and with some sort of demon voice, like voice tool. I had something like this for my old sound card or sound chip. Well, it was a card. And we will ask her questions about me, so you get a better impression of what a horrible person I can be. Today we talked about skewness, and that from my perspective, this is basic knowledge in math, and she told me she never requires that. So two computer scientists talking. That's too much information already, I think. Yeah, anyway. In case she ever watches this, or, well, she might hear me. She's in the next room. I really love her. So, apparently half of the team didn't train well. Great. Yeah. Anton Berg is, well, temperamental as ever. Okay. Well, how about you train better then? In case I criticized your performance too much. How about you do better instead? Come to think of doing better. What's going on with him? Seriously. Like he's 28. Yes, he's fairly pro. Did he finally find the keys to the training, like the workout department? Or did he get a job shoveling, I don't know, dirt somewhere? Because all of a sudden he trains... Maybe he found a girlfriend and is happy. That's gotta be the explanation for it. His training is outstanding. All of a sudden. Well, not outstanding. There's just a 2-point gap to top level. But he's good. No. I don't think so. Because Hellberg is... You remember? We signed him... Look at this history. We signed him on 55 euros a week. And he was crap back then and he still is. He's no good in anything. I think his flair is 9. That's probably the best about him. He's an emergency backup for box-to-box midfielder, and we never planned to play him. And half a year after signing him, I loaned him out to Astrio. Why? Because he was fucking expensive for doing nothing, and his mentoring group went nowhere. He cannot have been influenced by the others. He was here to be an influence on the others. And he didn't improve a single point anywhere. Like, he's got really great flexibility in being shitty all over the place. Look at this. Yes, this is a 28-year-old. I don't know what I did expect. It's not like he will... I mean, at least in my save. Right? This guy's entirely disappointing. And I didn't even expect much. On the other hand, if you look at these playing performances, whatever. He's on 20 euros a week now. Of course I keep him with this personality. But for him to all of a sudden find motivation, I have no idea what's going on here. He trained like shit for 2 years. Well, for the time that I witnessed it anyway. And now there's like... I don't know. Also, I lied. The flair is 9, but there are better attributes about him. Mostly in the mental department. But that's just how I feel looking at him. Like, yeah, you know, in a psych ward or something. Because now all of a sudden he starts to train well. Ostrom, I'm not... This is regular training for him, or should be. Smilovic is a balanced player. I have no idea what happens here. It might have to do with getting match experience at that level. But... Who? Hellberg? Ostrom? Ostrom, probably. Ostrom doesn't decline that rapidly, he just doesn't go anywhere. And with Smilovic, he's not with the club long enough. Hellberg, yeah, Hellberg. Well, but to be fair, Hellberg doesn't decline rapidly either. Yes, but this is, you probably know this, but in case somebody else watches, the arrows here are entirely down to what you select up here. And this setting is kept once you leave the overview. So if I set this to 6 months, well, besides the broken interface here, which exists every single iteration of Football Manager, because apparently this is really hard to fix, and nobody ever does that. So this cannot be, I don't know, you cannot find this stuff in bug fixing or in testing apparently. So yeah. Besides from that, the arrows on the overview here should be the ones that are there should be the ones that are here. Okay, now they're gone. I don't know. But the arrows that are kept usually are gone entirely. I don't know where they went. But these here, and this in the general overview of the player, the arrows are related to what he selected in training, in the training history, or in the attribute history, whatever. So this is not like he's declining in the last month. This is throughout his entire career now. So that gives you an impression, though, what a player can do. over 2 years in this season? Nothing. No development. So, yeah, in that sense, he is good, right? It's all good. He doesn't decline. He's good for a 6.6 rating. We're happy. Mr. Coleman, that's a different story. So, Mr. Coleman trains well overall. He doesn't have that much match experience, though. Yeah, let's praise him anyway. By the way, who's the lurker? Ah, the lurker's somebody that's ready to explode, apparently. No, we don't start Zetterberg next game. Well, that is if he didn't train well, and I don't think he trained well. I've had enough of him. So we conceded more than one goal per game. This is not entirely Zetterberg's fault, but if I think of the lots of mistakes that he made recently, maybe this is short-sighted on my hand, but I think Zetterberg is not the one to start going forward. Ngongo, on the other hand, maybe he will. And I didn't expect Adalsteinsson to develop. What's going on? Somebody might be interested in him for in the loan move for him after all. If he does like this. Or we play him for a match, maybe then somebody comes. But yeah, this is natural development, not much. Franson, this is one of the surprise signings to me, even. I didn't expect him to play. And now we play him, and Ishak is the one that sits on the bench or even in the stands. Ishak is usually in the stands at this point. And I thought we play him as an inverted winger. Well, I know nothing. I should probably be called John and last name Snow at some point, because I know nothing. He does well. He's fast. His passing is good. Even his jumping reach and strength improved to a degree since we train him as a deep lying forward. He's good. Also, he's got a great first name, Per. I guess in Swedish it's Per. Yeah, Oliver Swan. Now, so I've got something to say here too. Per, thank you. So Per Fransson, I guess. Because this is the son of Franz. Per Fransson, I guess. Well, whatever. I will butcher it going forward. Simply due to the English accent, if not for any other reason. Look at Oliver Swan. He complained about a lack of good training facilities for like 2 years. And now he comes back. He forgot about the bad training facilities all of a sudden. And he develops. Like, seriously, I don't have a history for him because he left the club, but he develops. Rigby, I didn't expect anything from this guy. Carlson, neither. And they're doing just fine. Due to the personality. We might even make some money on them. So, I guess let's bring in more professional players that come up from the youth team. And if they make it to the pitch in the first team, one game or another, that's fine. And if they don't, who cares? Let their contracts run out, let them be around the squad, be a positive influence. I will not praise these. Okay, so this taught me that youth players in the team are totally fine. Alright, no starting Zetterberg. You want to push me for the game. Yeah, I mean, it's 21:13 here, so it's already late. I realized that. Let's go for a game. So, Eriksson. We gotta look into the performances of last game. Anderson didn't perform well. There's no reason to start him in the next game. As a captain, this will not do. And we gotta look, what's the problem? No creativity at all. That's probably the first thing I see here. He accepts that, and now he can leave and rot in the stands for the next game. Smilovic and Hellström. Smilovic had a wonderful game. I think I can praise him for the scoring, but really, that's not the most important part of his last game. Did you still hunt your food back when he had that scene where he tackled 2 players in a row and then ran with the ball through midfield and played a killer ball that resulted in the 4-1 in that counter situation? Did you see that? You missed that. So this is a Mika Billion special episode. You want me to go for the next game? Let me go to the last game. You need to see this. Hopefully I can find it though. I don't know if I will need to skip through the match. But it's the 4th goal. So can we skip scenes here? Sure. Next scene. Next. This is not the one. This is the other goal by Smilovic. This is his first goal of the game. So this is the 3-1. And there we have the scene. Let's have a look. I think there was a cross. Here. Tackle 1, tackle 2. Runs for the ball. Runs with the ball. Splitting pass. Finds Puget. Puget apparently has a left foot, and then Franson, with more luck than skill, taps it in. But that scene by Smilovic was outstanding. Forget about that goal after the corner. But these 2 tackles and then the dribbling, this is what he can do. I was really impressed. In minute 92 or something. So obviously a bit of luck involved too, but wow. There we have it. So this is how you get me excited with a scene like this. Anyway, Hellström. Yeah, he finally improved his training a little bit, but we might play Boltegård Blom going forward. Dirk 7.0 is totally fine. Problem is the heavy load. Alp will make an appearance. I was looking through form here too. Not much to tell here. Same with Dirk, I think. 100% tackling. We should praise that. Perfect morale now. Great. Malte Ekman. Even Malte Ekman develops. There's white numbers here, no longer grey. I don't know what's going on. .6, he had an assist. That's not even that good though. If you look at his overall stats, he wasn't even heavily involved. He was heavily involved in retaining possession. That's it. But that's perfectly fine with me. Oliver Swan came as a backup option. Well, I guess he thinks he's squad player at this point, which is true to a degree. No key passes. Wonderful passing completion though. Let's praise that. Great work. There we go. Perfect morale. On Oliver Swan, perfect morale. I cannot remember the last time I saw this. Probably 3 years ago, in Football Manager terms. Speedy boy. So, his training didn't go well recently. His last match wasn't good either. Why though? Seriously, why? He had five key passes, created 1 chance. His headers were shit. It's not due to a lack of creativity, right? I don't know what to criticize here. His finishing? Not really. Lack of chances created? He had 5 key passes, that's okay. He was unlucky, I guess. But he's on a heavy match load anyway. So most of these players will not make it into a team. I just wanna... This is good passing completion. 6.7 isn't great, but that's good passing completion, and Ytterhogdal can use the boost in confidence. Always. And then there's Wolfsund. Did he score? I think he missed a penalty? No, he scored, though. Was another game where he missed a penalty. Once again. Tackling was decent, but I think with a striker that's a hard one to praise him for. But we can praise him for the goal. Good job. Scored the last 3 games. Reliable striker option so far. If he continues like this, well, this is better than Ytterhogdals so far. 100% of the games he scored. And I forgot about the substitutes, but I can do that now. But we need to do a recomposition of the squad. And playing Täby, that'll be a hard one. It always was a hard one, and it's even harder now. They are... Well, we are top of the league, but they are in reach of the top of the league. This will be a wonderful game. Now, prophecy mode on. We will win the game against Täby, win the game against Luleå, and then lose 5-0 against Smedby. And they will be in 16th spot at this point, and we will lose against them. We'll see. Football Manager things. Is this inverse jinxing? I don't know. So I said Ngongo, I feel Ngongo, and Ngongo's training definitely says play me. So Ngongo will play. I do not want to keep Smilovic off the pitch, but this is no good. This will not do. So Rigby can go back into the stands. And we need a reliable option here. So Ytterhogdal it is, and Smilovic can be on the bench. With that performance he deserves a spot on the bench at least. Ytterhogdal on the other hand is match fit. He needs some sharpness. It's okay-ish. Do we really want to go with the young boy? With the new player immediately? Like, how's his communication is 8. I mean, I guess. Then there's Hellström. So in Hellström's position there's the everlasting problem that the backup is Per Boldegard Blom. Do I feel comfortable playing Boldegard Blom? Apparently Hellberg and Hellström went to the workout room together. All of a sudden. So okay, let him play. Hopefully he doesn't injure himself. I'm not willing to do that though. I don't want to risk it. We have a long season to go, and these matches, they keep coming. Same with Dirk. He can play as good as he wants. Alp will make an appearance. Where's Alp? Christopher Alp. Enough time in the stands. Thanks for drumming last game. You can come back on the pitch. I hope he's excited. So that's Christopher Alp. But then we have Malte Ekman. Malte Ekman did well, but I don't want him on the squad here. So this means either Melander or a really weird decision like Korovic. 6.7. 705. Melander it is. How's Oliver Swan? Former club captain is on a heavy duty. He is tired, so he will not play. Nila Forsell apparently is match fit, but really, with these training performances, I think we can rotate. And where the hell is he? There he is, Mr. Hell. He can come on. Not the strongest type of player. Also heavy. Well, there's one other player in the squad that trains as a box-to-box midfielder. Had decent training this week. I will not do that though. I want to win. So, yeah. Okay, Hellberg it is. And, do we put Forsell on the bench? He didn't train well. Let's give Ostrom some time on the bench. Why not? We wanted to include youth players from time to time, so we'll do it. And then there's Lirdal and Voltsund up front. This cannot stand like this. So Fransson needs to play up front, because Ishak is just no deep lying forward. He's got the pace though. Not for deep lying forward, but as a striker in general. How's his finishing, by the way? 9 points of finishing. Did you see the finish last time? It was well placed, but that's it. It was more of a pass. It was a wobbly pass, at best. In midfield, there's not much debate going on, I think. Leifan Low leads the time on the pitch anyway. He will decline if he doesn't play. Morgan was signed for the first team. He isn't match fit. He isn't match fit. Voltsund not fit. Morgan not fit. Ishak is fit. Yeah, well, okay. It looks like Skodorma or Puget will play. Puget created a goal last match, so why not? I feel like my head is spinning. Puget's training is okay. What happened? What happened? I read on the news somewhere that in France they're burning cars again. Or I don't know if they're burning cars, but they're burning stuff somewhere due to adaptations to the retirement age. This is a good French tradition. They will bring out the guillotines in a few months if this doesn't seem to happen there. Yeah. Anyway, so for the right wing, Speedy Boy, heavy match duty and not a good performer in the last game. This is expected, really, with a young player. He's 20, and his consistency needs to work. Needs some work. So I don't know if they did. I think there was some statement that they want to, and you know the French, so they are happy to burn everything. Like the last time they talked about this, they were burning cars in Paris, if I'm not mistaken. So they don't fuck around. Also in France, the car is not half as I don't know, half as healthy as in Germany. Like they just burn these. They don't care. And the people that own them probably think about it in a different way. I don't know. Anyway, Tillander. That's just me split-balling though. That's obviously not reality. Oh, come on, August. What's this? Well, in that case, they can burn something else. It will feel like the times of well, in French it is Louis XIV. So I guess in English that would be Ludovic the 16th or something like this. You know, back when they brought out the guillotine in the French Revolution. So anyway, it will feel like this once they start burning trash immediately. It will smell like it at least. Yeah, anyway, the Frenchmen here trained well. So, Norwegian and Frenchman. Who do we play on the right wing? Am I seriously out of options for the right wing? Any ideas? I mean, I guess we can always play Speedy Boy, but... Seriously? Heavy load and then, well... Yeah, but Telander's on a heavy load too. That's the thing. And, they both trained... Well, he trained reasonably well. How's his load? Football Manager things. Yeah, Warwick. His name is Warwick and he's out on loan because yeah, Warwick. And Warwick is out on loan because we wanted to give some playing time to Speedy Boy. Not him, okay. Then I am confused. Well, I guess Guillermo can always play there, right? But that's probably not who you intend to see. Maybe have a look in the U19. No, none here. What does the squad planner say? I guess we could play Friendzone there and play Ishak up front. But that's not... wow. He only has good acceleration though. No superior pace. Let's do Friendzone. But he plays up front anyway. And do we really want to give Ishak time on the pitch? He's the one for the defensive setup. I think Ishak on the bench is fine. Let's go with Tilander and Friendzone can drop back in case it's needed. Like this? Is that an idea? Let's do it like this, and if well, hopefully Tilander doesn't get hurt. To rely on hope is already great perspective. You'd rather use Friendzone on the wing. Okay, let's do this. But the thing is, he's not used to it, right? No, this is so I disagree. This is one of these things where I will not go with it. Ishak is tall, but that's not the problem here. Well, he's not that tall actually, but he's a really good jumper. But the thing is with the tactical familiarity, Friendzone at this point thinks he's a deep lying forward. If I slot him in here, no, he cannot play this. Like, he doesn't know how to play it. He never did it in our squad, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather have him in the role he trains for right now. And Ishak specifically trains as a pressing forward right now. So in the defensive formation, well, either they train for it. No, seriously, they train for it. So in this formation, Friendzone is entirely unsuited to play this. But once I go back to this formation, I will just put on Ishak, right? Yeah, but their tactical familiarity will be all over the place then, with these things. They will be used to most of it to a degree, but not perfect in anything. That's fine. So I will still play him there in case something happens in the game. It's not like I will not do that. But it's probably easier to start like this, with perfect familiarity, and then we'll see how it goes. And we will have Speedy Boy available for the next match. Also, Telander's, well, you know the medical reports in Football Manager. He played for 180 minutes, and that counts as 3 matches because, well, it was distributed over 3 matches. So this is all of a sudden heavy load. The other one played 182. So we rotated really well. Football Manager just doesn't care because it was more games than the Football Manager expects. Alright. Who's left for the bench? We need an option that can do both wings. Morgan can do 1. That's no good. Wolsund can do more than just the wings. That's good, but not what we need right now. This is a Skillermo game, I feel. He needs to make an appearance at some point. Well, he doesn't need to, but I would probably want him to. And then, considering Swan, Forsell and Ekman are all on heavy load, why not? Korovic on the bench. So, this squad is... how do I put this in a friendly term? Against Täby, they all have a lot of upside, I guess, to look out for. Like, all of them. On the other hand, last time we had to do this, we were really surprised. So... fingers crossed, I guess. And with the familiarity of the players, you are right with this. If you rotate them a lot, they will adapt to some things. But there's also the misconception that the specific role and duty doesn't matter. Once somebody knows how to play wingback, he will always know how to play wingback, no matter the duty. That's just plain wrong. Like, we train them in different duties exactly for that. There's where is he? So Nogongo trains as an attack duty. He's the primary player to play in this tactic, if I can help it. I will always have Burnson on the bench, because once he comes in, well, if I don't fuck it up anyway, you can see it immediately. He's not used to the duty here, because he trains in defend duty, and he can play that all day. He will lose it if he doesn't play it every single match. Because he trains in defend duty. Why does he do that? Well, that's why. Because in this formation, Nogongo is not suited. And we need to change the duties here. So, yeah. Another thing that I see time and time again on YouTube. Like, it doesn't exist. There is only tactical familiarity with a position. Wrong. In Premier League, maybe. That's good. So, yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. It wasn't needed for him, but that's good. We are manager of the month. Nice. This is what happens once I listen to you, so now we will lose it, given that I disregarded your advice, Make a Billion. Now we'll lose it. But as you put it previously, let's go for the win. We need a win. That or Friendson will score a hat-trick. Like countering all the time. Now that we have counter-attacking instructions. In fact, last time I went with pass into space. You might have missed that too. I'm not the one to go for pass into space, usually. Not with a possession-based football system anyway. But it worked out just fine. We didn't even instruct them to counter. They just passed into space. And Friendson is fast enough. They were really tired. So that worked. Same with Puget. It's like fast enough after they were tired. I was really confused that it worked. Apparently we scout these matches. Okay, that's good. So, Täby it is. Top viewing. We will have 50 people in the stadium probably. Well, Täby might have more followers. I don't know, where's Täby? Where's this located? Tibbervollen is in Täby. Okay, nice. Who could have known that? I don't know where Täby is. How many inhabitants does it have? I'm not sure. Must be a small one though. I think we looked into it at some point, did we? Was this like the club in the suburbs? No, that wasn't Täby. That was another one. I think that was Vasalunds. I think. I'm not sure. I need to do a course in Swedish geography. Okay, for next match. So let's look at their position. 4-4-2. 4-4-2 means no playing down the wings. Rather through the middle. I'll Google it now. Täby is Täby is close to Stockholm? Is this true? Yeah, Täby is close to Stockholm. Or part of Stockholm, I'm not sure. Something like this. Just north. Okay. So it's in the suburbs. I might have recalled it correctly, I might not have. Yeah. So, something like this. I don't know what suburbs of Stockholm means though. I don't know if this is like 1,000 inhabitants in a village, or if this is like there's only 50,000 people there. Like, I don't know. I am entirely unaware of the size of Stockholm as well as Täby and any other location in Sweden. I should visit at some point. Freundlich. So Mr. Freundlich definitely has a German sounding name. He's Danish though. Yeah, that works too. Agnarsson Ravn. Oh, a million. Okay. So, okay. Good to know. So, I come from a city, Stuttgart, well, initially, that has a population of about a million. It's 800, more like 800,000, but the suburbs are 1.5 million on top. It's in one of these, I don't know, valley is the wrong word, but it's in a hole, basically, geographically, and in the middle of it. And the suburbs are, if you go over the hills, I think is the right way to put it. So, yeah, that makes the core city somewhat small, but the overall area is heavily loaded with suburbs, and there's it's not like there's much of a green area in between. So, if you've seen this kind of city once, you recognize it all over the place. It's similar with I don't know. It exists in other places, right? There's enough space around the city, and the people just move out there, and the core city is not really where the entire population is. So I guess the opposite of New York, where everybody needs to live in a 5 meter apartment for absurd money. Doesn't mean that rent in the city is cheap, but people just choose to ignore it. Again, squad number, and somebody needs to take an armband. Ericsson is our new number 1. Didn't you know? So, goals for this stream. First, score more goals. Second, we need 2 additional followers. No idea where we can get them. But I don't care so much about the followers, but we need additional viewers. So who can we convince to watch this? I don't know, probably a bit of a niche. we need to defeat Täby. I already fucked it up going in because I was entirely distracted, and we should have a look into our position instructions, not only on a weak foot, strong foot basis, but also for the rest. These are all fast and strong. So keeping these two away from the goal is probably a priority. Nah, it's a... I don't know. It's... Yeah, but I like to keep the titles. Yeah. Maybe. So then I have to do the titles for YouTube afterwards. I guess that's okay. My thought process there was maybe it's interesting for the regulars to see the titles. How does this work? Do you get a notification and there's the title of the stream in there? Is that something that happens? Or is it more like a notification, guys online and don't know how his stream is called? Because... Okay. So my thought process is there's information about the stream for the followers for them to determine if they are interested in the episode or not. Like if the episode title is set pieces and other stuff, they can expect to watch me suffer for 2 hours. If that's not in the title, then it's about something else. So in that sense I try to fit the titles. Okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah, thanks for the info. I never do this. You might have realized by now I'm an absolute noob to Twitch. So, I don't know if they have many weaknesses here. This looks decent overall. Strength is a bit of a problem throughout the squad. We might go in... Well, that's more than a bit of a problem here. Okay, so we found somebody. Freundlich is on the right side. That makes him the perfect target for the left-sided player, which is Hellberg. He is not that strong either. But I think we can mark Freundlich, if we find him here, out of the game with Hellberg. At least I think we should do that. Because he's really weak. And his off-the-ball movement isn't great, but his passing is great. So he needs to be marked out of the game. Which leaves us with Wimmen, who has better off-the-ball movement. So he will lose all of us one. He tries to get forward whenever possible. And we will try to trigger the press on him. Because his passing is worse than Freundlich's. So hopefully he can lose a few boards. That's not a great perspective, because we're still talking, well, we're still talking 9 points of passing. But it's something. Similar stuff here. He's a dribbler. Yeah, he's also a dribbler. Yeah, so in case the game goes bad, or in case we want to hurt them, we go with hard tackles overall. They have not that many strong players in the squad. Team talk was already complete. What am I doing? Let's go. I read a few stream titles, by the way. This is entirely gibberish to me. Most of the stream titles. It might be optimized for space on smartphones or something. I need to think about this. How to do it in a good manner for this stream, because my titles are too long. They're more suited for YouTube or I don't know. There's probably a way to do this with that contains the information, like Sweden, name of the club, and I don't know, the goal for this episode or something like this. Forget about the number of the episode. Nobody cares on Twitch. Well, the regulars might, but Hellberg. But this means that I need to keep count later on. this is a hard one. Yeah. So I will need to keep count exporting it. And you might have realized by now that sometimes I do 2 or 3 streams within a short amount of time. So once I upload it on YouTube, it gets a bit confusing if I don't have the numbers in there. So I will need to do this during upload. But that's just scheduling stuff. I can deal with this. Organizational stuff. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. And just remove it later on. So this is offside. But we look like we're on the... I guess on the front foot. This is an away game, so we will encourage. Hellberg. Alp. Alp for Puget. Is this offside? Thanks for the help, by the way. Seriously. Thanks for helping me with that kind of stuff. This is interesting. I always enjoy learning. And we'll see how it works. Raven. That hit one of our players in the head, I think. Raven. Romsas. Fischer. Sandvik. There's some space here. Freundlich. He should have been marked. Agnarsson. Well, I guess that is decent defending to a degree. And now balls all over the place. First work, stick out. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we need to have Sweden in there. Yes. Or lower league. Or... So LLM Sweden or something like this. Or a Swedish village club or something like this. Something that, I don't know. Potato planting. Probably. Ekong. Yeah. This is Täby. Potato Farm FC will be the title. Why? Why? An effort was made in defending this, but not a good one. If only Sederberg would have been in goal. So now let's be a bit annoying. Let's demand more. Forsell is not on the pitch. Who cares? They will react positively, sure. Romsas. Fischer. Raven. Romsas again. And we end up in third. Melander. Not many chances created today. Puget. Hagedal handballed. Great. Yellow card for Alp. Romsas with a free kick. Good one. So, this doesn't work so far. Let's go. First of all, let's focus through the middle. Because their midfield is probably the weakest. And then, out of possession, let's get stuck in. And probably let's tell Alp to ease off tackles at this point. So his tackling will be more or less normal. The rest of the squad might discover that the opponents have faces. And, you know, a foot can end up there all the time. Just happens. It was an accident, I'm sure. There's a playmaker, a box-to-box midfielder. Romsas is already tired. We gave away another chance here. And I guess we stand a chance going forward by running them down with pace, I guess. Low. Come on, Melander. How is their pace back here? If I look at this, this tells me that these are match fit. These are sharp, more or less. These are fast paced. They don't have the best anticipation, especially not Täby. But how fast are these? Oh. Yeah, well, that's a problem. So I was hoping for slow central defenders, but this is not the case. We can still try to pass into space, but it will probably not work, especially not in retaining possession. So, thought process. We'll try to run them down until minute 60. Pass the ball around. Not go for these. Well, in case it gives us a corner, probably go for these. But we'll try to pass the ball around, tire them. Hopefully they don't have good substitutes on the bench. And then we will try to pass into space. That's all I can think of right now. If you have a better idea, let me know. Täby ignored the ball due to being offside, and it was still called an offside. Fischer. Puget on a yellow now. Puget again. Interesting cross. Caught by the keeper. He can ease off tackles now. And we need to shout at the players at this point. Because this will not do. Holton. Offside. Come on guys, seriously. Is encouraging the way you want it? Encouraging is the way you want it. Okay, so they are discouraged. Well, no longer. Ngongo. Ooh, Raven. Ngongo. No. Hellberg with a long shot. I would have voted for a red card there, considering the tackling, but apparently I'm not a referee. Freundlich. Friendson. That doesn't end up with Puget though. Close. Close. Sundgren. Ngongo. He should be able to do that. Long ball. And Täby. I don't know. No concentration. Fischer. No work rate maybe. That's offside. So, how's it going? Horribly. Why is that? He's frustrated. I'm frustrated too. This will not do. So we will tell him like it is. This will not do. Yeah, he needs to. I'm not sure if we want to do it immediately though. So the yellow card, yes. Let's give him 10 minutes. Not so much for the fact that that he can make a difference in these 10 minutes, but to run down the opposition even more. And so if he does 10 minutes and he survives on the pitch and doesn't get thrown off, we can bring on somebody else here, probably Skiromo. He's not that fast, but at this point I hope that he can make an impact. Because if I substitute him now, I fear that he might not make the impact we want of him. Ngongo drives the ball forward. Täby. Ngongo again. Is there some creativity to be found on this pitch after all? Melander, Hellberg. Alp. There comes across from deep probably. Not from deep. Täby, Romsas. Well intercepted bobble to go Blom. Alp, Hellberg, Melander. Long ball by Melander. Finds Franson. Franson. The speech evades me at this point. Tillander. Oh. There's chances all of a sudden. Low. Did you see that curve? Wow. There's an acceptable free kick taker in the squad. Gave away a decent chance here. 50 minutes, 51, 52. Another free kick by Low. That was worse. Raven. Well done by Alp. On a yellow card at that. Puget. 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 Get a penalty, man. Or maybe don't get a penalty on a yellow card. I don't know. Agnarsson. So to lose the ball in the penalty area is not that bad. This is bad though. Melander. Can you close him down, please? No? Why not? Now he's missing in midfield. And that's Ytterhogdals. Okay, enough. I don't know how this will turn out, but let's get Skillermo on. That's enough. Also, I guess Burnson for Alp. Because Alp's on a yellow too, and let me undo that for a second. No, Alp is fit though. So, even on a 6.5. Not doing that. Tillander on the other hand. I'm conflicted. It's not like we need a physical presence though. Sure. Let's go with it. Alright. Tillander can come off. Ishak can come on. Ishak can play pressing forward all of a sudden here. And Franson, what's his best role here? Winger probably. But he's not a good winger. We will keep him on him inverted winger. He's a much better passer than anything else. So to invert him, even though he's right-footed, is probably the right choice. And these two are entirely fresh. At least Ishak should definitely have something to play for. He plays for his place in the squad. Same Skillermo really. So they should be well motivated. Hopefully that will suffice. Ramsar's free kick. Eriksson. Welcome, new keeper. Welcome. Ytterhogdals, Ishak, Melander. Well played by Melander. Low, Melander, Hellberg. Hellberg for Ngongo. That's a good one. Franson doesn't do anything. Ngongo, Ishak. And we need to stop this. This cannot. Also, we do not give away that many fouls. 18 in 57 minutes. For the hard tackling. I think this is not that many. Ngongo, keep going. Oh no. Immediately straight towards Brenner Torres. Not a problem for Eriksson though. Yellow card for whom? Oh, for Raven. Low. Free kick. That didn't go well. Skillermo loses the ball. Wins it back. Recycles possession. Oh, yeah, well, he tried. Don't they press high up on the pitch? Yeah, there's a high line of engagement. I cannot put this to very high, can I? I cannot push up higher. I can only press up even higher with the back line. So I don't know how to avoid the short distributions here. It's not like we're entirely out of the game, just mostly. And then there's stuff like this, obviously. Like, this is just multi-guard Blom. But luckily for us, Holton is a bad finisher, apparently. Okay. We need to turn this around. Cannot stand that way. So, Per Boltegold Blom didn't do well so far. He's moderately tired. Hagedal will need to play through. I will do it this way. Hagedal doesn't like to play on the left, but I don't care. Smilovic can come on as a moderately creative element. Korovic for Low doesn't sound like a good idea. But on the other hand, Low didn't do anything so far that would speak for him. And Alp can remain on the pitch. He has a decent work rate. There's no target forward here. There's a pressing forward here though. I mean, we could try to employ Ishak as a target forward here. But his heading is 6. Forget it. Again, one of these had really great performances recently. The other one has everything to play for. Will this make a difference? It's not a shame to lose against Täby. It's a shame to lose like this. Another long ball. No offside. Alp doesn't manage to close him down. Sundgren, Brenner Torres. Close. Raven comes off. And now, if I look at this, this says go through the middle. Go through the middle all the way. Look to overlap. I will not go with shoot on side just yet. But in 5 minutes I will. Go through the middle, shoot on side. Another one for Brenner Torres. Well, he's probably strong and tall. Per Fransson on a yellow card. Grunborg. Where was I? Yeah, right here. And the early crosses are not required. That's not exactly a good performance by the goalkeeper, right? Look at it. He should have had that one. That's to me that's a goalkeeper's error too. Korovic, Smilovic, Melander, Helberg, Skilermo. Still trying to find the underlap there. Nobody underlap though. Skilermo with a free kick. Hagedal. Is there somebody on the bench? Sure. Ostrom. No, Ostrom can use the match experience, but no. And then we will have him on here. taking fewer risks is probably fine. His passing is shit. So I'd rather have him play a patient passing game, even at this point in time. But what I can clearly see, well, not so clearly, but what I can see is they are in control of the game. And we do not close them down enough. I mean, I guess we can go with something like this and step up even more and just try to press them more, because they control the game. We are not good enough defensively. And then we have some sort of offside decision here in these situations. Burnson immediately gets a yellow card too. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. There we go. I'm gonna berate him. Grunborg, well intercepted. Skillermo. And they are just faster. Even in these situations. Entirely exhausted. Look at that. That could have been the third. So we don't deserve to get anything out of this game at this point. This didn't necessarily have to go down this way, but it was likely to go down this way. That's not good enough. Now, as I said, no shame in losing to Täby, but I don't think like another tactic would have worked here though. This is we rotated personnel too much probably. It was not a superb performance though. Nugongo played well, he was unlucky. The rest of them, not at all. And if this demotivates you, Ytterhogdals, you can stay outside next time. There's so many bad players here. Everyone had a bad match. He was unlucky. $10 points, second squad spot. I think we're good overall. Remember, after 5 games, 10 points is still 2 points a game, so that's on average this is decent for us. Yeah, well, we always want to go for promotion, right? To a degree, anyway. And Smetby end up where we expect him to. Good. We'll do the remainder of the match. All the talk afterwards. Right now, we'll do that too. So Thomas Eriksson made a debut. Cool. Let's go through the press conference. Yeah, pretty solid? I don't think so. I don't even know. I think we helped them so much. There was questionable decisions? I don't know. Was there? What decisions? We didn't create that many chances. That's the most of the thing. 8 hours of football without finding a net. Well, it was the first game after a while for him though. No chances created. Immediately go for the talk here. No, I don't know. What did I expect? Remember Hugo Bergman? Apparently his lack of long shots also shows somewhere else. Where did they play him? He was not part of the starting lineup. Bergman. Okay, cool. 5 points of long shots. Good that we sold him. I cannot believe it. So, sure, the goalkeeper wasn't used to the tactics. That's probably not a good decision to play him prior to, especially as he's considered a backup member. Playing him prior to him being used to the tactics is not a good idea. I did that anyway. I thought it was a good idea. He's on a 6.6 now. Well, not sure if Zetterberg would have done much better. Ngongo had a good game. Now, judging a decision by its outcome is probably not a viable way to go about things, but there's no reason not to play him. So I'd say that's okay. He was not responsible for the goals conceded either, I think. Centre-backs didn't have a good game. We should talk to them and they will be disciplined. This will not do. Sure, if you think so, Mr. Hagedal. Mr. Boltegard Blom is responsible for at least one goal. He just, same as always, he was overrun. Yeah, there will not be a next time for you. At least not in the near future. He had no creativity going forward. That's the worst of it. The rest of it really is I mean, I guess he could have done better defensively. Well, like more interceptions and more tackles and so on. But overall this is okay-ish for Alp. He had a quiet game, not a horrible one. Wilmer Melander, he's not called William, he's called Wilmer. I never noticed that. So Wilmer Melander, what do we make of this? In comparison to Malte Ekman, this is horrible. Defensively not good enough. Also no chances created. There was no penetration, no creativity, nothing. And I feel in a similar way for Lowe. As a Metzala, it's his job to score or to create. The only chances he had were the free kicks. And considering the tiredness of the opposition, he should have been better. Like Oliver Swan did way better in the last games. So I don't know what happened there. Hellberg, I didn't expect him to turn the game around single-handedly, but still, this is not enough. Well, he's made 2 or 3 games so far. It's the thing is the decline though. I'm gonna show you. Oh, for fuck's sake. The thing that doesn't really tick with me is he was a bit better when we signed him, and he didn't get back up just yet. He's 31, I know. I realize. But even a 31-year-old can redistribute the attributes, you know, lose the physicals, and gain the rest. That's perfectly fine for him. He can do with 1 less point in physicals and 1 more point, the effective ability distributed over the rest. But there's just the odd point missing now, or half a point or something that's missing ability-wise, and then there's a lack of, I don't know, something. Lack of familiarity with the squad or personality or whatever coming in on top. Mentals maybe. So all of a sudden Oliver Swan is the better choice, and that feels wrong to me. But we might have signed him too late in the career. On the other hand, if you look at it stats wise, the shots on target have been really low. Like, why? He's such a good long shot for our level. And the free kicks as well as the other ones, he didn't hit target so far. Is this down to the attributes, really? Like, if I look at this, nothing here indicates that he would be unable to hit a target. Not 20% unable. Like, I realize that long shots are difficult and he might hit it 50% of the time or something like this and fail to hit it the other half. I don't even want him to go in all of the time. But 20% is really low. So in that sense, either we instructed him to shoot too much, but he's not instructed to shoot too much. So he doesn't shoot enough. He should shoot more often. Or he needs time in the club. Plain and simple. He just needs time. Like, it might take a year. And we might have picked him up at the worst point in his career. He might make it to 35 if we play him. But we don't know. And the question is, how long do we want to wait? So right now, Oliver Swan's got that spot, in case he's match fit. Which, I don't know, I feel conflicted about, I guess. Yeah, anyway. So many thoughts about some sort of game. But I'm not sure what to do with him. On the other hand, after how many games did he do? After 3 games. What can you say? There's in his first game he scored 2 goals. He was player of the match in this first game too. So yeah, sure. He's not very consistent, that's for sure. But apparently he's a fairly consistent performer. So, not sure what's going on there. With Hellberg, I'm not that unhappy. A 6.5 is entirely within the range of outcomes, I guess, for him. So we were always, I don't know, accepting of this, I guess. Puget, I expected too much. I expected for him to find his form all of a sudden and show some of his potential. I was wrong. Plain and simple. He needs more time. And in Puga's case, he might need a lot more time. Like, seriously much. And at least his personality develops to, you know, bit by tiny bit. He's part of a perfectionist group, is he? Where is he? No, he's not. He's trained by Hellberg, so he will be fairly pro at some point. And if we look at the attitude of Hellberg, we cannot fail the attitude of Hellberg. I don't know. We can't judge him on that. His attitude is good. Tillander has seen games like these before. And in this situation, he didn't create that much, so that's what we're going for. Overall, his passing was good, though. Sorry about that. This is one of the reasons not to have a beard, by the way. Especially on stream. Okay, on the other hand, what's a man without his beard, right? And then there's the stuff. Thank you very much. And there's the thing with Friendson. So, Per Friendson. He's a young guy. We slotted him in. To be perfectly honest, Ishak didn't do better. So, I mean, I guess it's at this point it's futile to think about what would have happened if Ishak would have been up front from the start. Maybe even employed as a target man. Or, I don't know, just go into this game with more aggression. But the aggression didn't work either. Just, like, the team didn't defend that well. It feels like in the other games we mostly had dominance on the ball through passing, not so much through hard tackling and good defending. So we could use with better defending as a team. That last game, though, he didn't create any chances. Yeah. So let's criticize this. Will I play Eriksson again? Yeah, at some point. I don't know. Maybe it's better to give Sederberg some time and Eriksson some time to settle in. Like, we can also play Westberg at some point if he trains well, that is. But I'm willing to endure Sederberg for another 6 games. It's not like he's bad. He just had some bad games recently, but it's not like, I don't know, Eriksson without tactical familiarity can't do much better. It's I don't know what I guessed there. For him to come in and play a wonderful game immediately, that's just too high of an expectation. So that's it. Well, work rate for Ytterhogdals is something, I guess. Same for the others, but yeah, the ones that could use the work rate don't have it though. Well, he does. Not great for him either. For a professional player, there's a lot of improvement to be had in the mental department. Okay, our next match will be against Luleå. That'll be here. Hopefully we have some options. I definitely want to go with defensive positioning again, and we need some general training. So we will have overall training too. What's going on here? Oh, come on. It stole my training spot here. Seriously? Oh yeah. That's okay. Well, I guess it is how it is. What happens if we slot that in here? Yeah, it's just taken by travel. Fine. Then I guess we travel. Apparently, I don't know why. Can't we travel back after the match against Luleå? Is this like a late in the night match? Where's Luleå? University city in Sweden. Oh. Yeah, I guess I understand. Luleå is basically in Finland. Okay. So, now, I don't want to be too negative about this. We can lose about Täby, against Täby. That happens. And given the rotation, the heavy rotation, I guess that's okay. Great. Hopefully their football team sucks then. But from in my experience, it doesn't. Not in Football Manager. But there's something I want to say, I guess. For not about the content of the game though. There's something I want to say about the company. So I've done this for 3 hours and 20 minutes now, and it feels really good to do this in the evening as some sort of I don't know, some sort of session to chill together. At least that's how I feel about it. So yeah, thank you very much for making me feel that way, Make a Billion, and also the notable tactical genius that's lurking for 3 hours. Thank you very much. I'm happy with that. So hopefully we can have another session like this going forward. I don't want to promise I will do it tomorrow, but yeah. In fact, let's see how it turns out going forward, with work and stuff. But I would be happy to hang out in voice at some time too, or something like this. I will set up a Discord server at some point, I guess. And it feels a bit right at home to me. So that would be great. Also, just entirely random. I'm happy to know somebody that lives up there now, right? That's yeah, but I will have some energy for it. I don't know. There's always some project going on with me. It was this is an open secret. It was personal finance and financial stuff for the last 3 years, and if I'm interested in a topic, I can put a lot of work in it, and it doesn't feel like work to me. So, yeah. But even if I'm tired after work, I always have the energy for something that excites me, and Football Manager has been one of these games that excites me for 10 years now. So I'm happy with that. Even with all the complaining about the bugs in the game and this user interface and that stuff, I'm always down for the game. and I'm always down for talking to it about it. So in that sense, I'm very happy to have you as followers, and that's my honest opinion. I don't want to overstate it too much. It's also weird if some guy on the internet is entirely like opens his heart out all the time, right? But it's how I feel about it. So hopefully we can keep it going like this, and well, be happy about it. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up for today though. I don't know if and when I can stream tomorrow or on Sunday, but sometimes the very significant person in my life needs a lot of sleep in the weekends, and sometimes we do something together. So it's entirely random to you. I'm sorry about that. Another reason to set up a Discord server, right? For notifications and stuff, I think you can configure a bot there that notifies on Discord. So that would be an idea too. So the, I don't know, 5 to 10 active followers can probably join the Discord server at some point. Maybe that's a project for tomorrow. Yeah. So much for, I guess, the state of the stream, if you want to put it that way. Thanks for watching. Thanks for enduring the defeat against Täby with me. And I don't know. Thanks for all the good company, the good advice, the ideas. Sleep well, everybody. And I hope you have a good weekend too. Thanks for watching. And I will see you soon. Hopefully next stream. So have a good one. Sleep well. Good night.